Hi, I hope you're doing well today, and it's a great pleasure to talk with you today on the third day of good to celebrate. The third day, we're talking about the second O in good, which stands for options. And what are our options? Well, our options are all of the different things that we can do every day for 10 minutes to study and to improve your English. So, what do I mean by that? Well, lots of people tell me, oh, English is so boring. I don't like to study. It's so boring. I can't do it. No, it's not only boring if you choose boring things to do. You're choosing things that are not interesting to you. My dad used to say to me and my sister when we were kids that whenever we'd say we were bored, he'd say, well, then you're boring. And it's so true. If we're bored, it's because we're choosing things or choosing not to do things that are interesting to us. So if we're choosing boring things or choosing not to do interesting things, that's our choice. So what you need to do is choose interesting ways to study and improve your English. So what you're going to do for today is you're going to choose at least 20 options. You're going to do a brainstorming activity where you're just going to write as many things as you can think of. Really, you can think of 50, 100 things, and that's awesome because you don't want to do the same thing every day. If you do the same thing every day, of course it's going to be boring. Variety is the spice of life, right? We need to do different things and we need to have some variety in our lives. Not everything is going to be fun, so there might be some things that are less interesting for you that you'll want to do a couple days of the week. But you only need to really study for 10 minutes a day. So that means that most of the days you can do things that you really enjoy. So I put tons of options here. Movies, singing, Netflix, TED, oh my gosh. Games, apps, groups, exercise, yoga, lecture, TV, class, meetups, books. You can go out, you can do art, you can get creative, you can draw, you can play music, you can also sing. There's tons of great apps to practice songs and practice lyrics. You can do crosswords, you can go out to lunch with somebody, you can meet up with somebody who speaks English or a friend that is learning English or a native speaker. You can have dinner, you can make ethnic dinner. There are just so many options. We can talk about the options and brainstorm together because I have no doubt that we can create 100, 200 options. We can create so many options. And with that, if there's nothing on your list of 20 things that seem interesting, then come up with something else that's interesting. If you love games, then find some great games in English. If you love movies, find great movies in English. If you love to take courses, I love to study. So I look for things that are interesting for me to study because it's a lot easier for me to study. One of the biggest questions people ask is, oh, how do you read so many books? Well, if it's a good book, I read it. If it's not an interesting book, for me, I don't read it. So when a book is really interesting, I want to read it, and I want to read it quickly, and I do. So that's how I end up reading more than a book a week, is because I read books that I like and that I find interesting to me. So that's the trick. Find what's interesting to you. Find what's in your area. Find what's in your niche. Find what gets you excited, and find what really gets you going, because then you'll find that you don't have to work to do it. It's something that you want to do, and that's what we're doing, is creating good habits. And having wonderful, exciting options that are fun for you is one of the most important ways to create a great habit. So, write 20 options, things that are interesting for you, and if you write 40 or 50, that's awesome too. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I can't wait to talk with you tomorrow about D, which is the fourth step, super important for making good new habits that'll make you great and give you amazing, tons of reasons to celebrate. And with that, thank you so much for being here. Have a fantabulous day. Much light, much love. Ciao, ciao. See you tomorrow.